Hey, what's going on everyone, this is iReviews back with another video, and today we're talking about iOS 16.4, which will be released anytime now. Very soon you will get this update to your device, and I will tell you guys, you will love this update. We just got some more info regarding this update, and it's actually great. It not only has a lot of new features, it has like more than 50 new features and changes, but it also is very good on performance. Battery is okay, not the best ever, but you will get some extra stuff that will actually make this update really great, and I'm about to show you guys all of that. But first of all, let's quickly talk about the release date of iOS 16.4, which I believe should be either tomorrow or on Tuesday. So right here, 27th or 28th. These are the dates that you can expect iOS 16.4 to be released and of course come to your device. It should be around maybe 1.5 to 2 gigs on your device, and that is of course always based on what device you have and of course which software you have currently installed on your device. But again, it has amazing new features and amazing improvement which you will actually love. So the 27th or the 28th, in a day or two, you will get iOS 16.4 on your device. Now, before we talk about something really exciting, let's first talk about some more new features that we have been able to find on iOS 16.4 RC version. First of all, duplicates on the Photos app. Now, this is a feature that Apple has released with iOS 16, and it's a great feature. It will make it really easy for you to find and of course remove or merge duplicate photos so they don't take a lot of space on your device. But now they also are offering this feature for the shared library. So if you have a shared library on your photos, now you can also use duplicates there, which of course makes it very easy for you to find and delete duplicates photos that you have on your shared libraries. iOS 16.4 will also bring optimizations to the crash detection feature. That is a great feature to have. Of course, it's only on the newer iPhones, but a lot of people have been reporting basically this feature just going off for maybe not just no reason, but when you're on maybe like a roller coaster or something that doesn't have to do with a crash, it would actually report it as a crash. But now Apple is adding optimizations to this feature with every update, and iOS 16.4 does that as well. Now this should actually be way more reliable than it was before. New to iOS 16.4 is also voiceover on maps on the weather app. So you know that on the Maps app, you can go to the weather here and to the map by tapping on that button. And if you use voiceover on your device, now you will be able to actually also use it on the maps within the weather app. Now this right here is also a great addition to iOS 16. Text files now have a dark mode on Safari. So now whenever you're reading a text file on Safari and you have enabled dark mode on your device, you will have it on dark mode as well. So it's of course way easier to read this way. You can see right here the difference. So you can see the light mode and the dark mode right here. It looks way better. iOS 16.4 will also bring visual lookup on the Photos app to more countries. I think Philippines is one of them, and I can't remember some of them, but there are like a few different countries that will get visual lookup with iOS 16.4. So you basically tap this little I button right here and it shows you like the landmark or an animal or a plant or whatever it recognizes on that photo. I don't know why Apple is actually rolling out this feature so slowly, because it's basically a Wikipedia search and it should be in every country. It's actually quite useful when you have a picture and you want to identify the object or whatever that is on that photo. It's actually very easy to do so just by tapping this button, but again, it's rolling out really slowly. And now we're moving on to the Shortcuts app. Now the Shortcuts app on iOS 16.4 has gotten a lot of updates, and one of them is AirDrop. Now you can set AirDrop on a shortcut. So basically you choose the action here and choose the content. Basically you can set the AirDrop from here, and it also has some other shortcuts that they have added to iOS 16.4 within the Shortcuts app. One of them is the ability to also set auto answer calls, set silent unknown callers, and also set announce notifications. So whenever you're creating a shortcut, you can now use these actions within the Shortcut app. So set AirDrop, auto answer calls, silence unknown callers, and also set announce notifications. All of these have been added with iOS 16.4. Now that we're done with the new features, let's head on to the settings app and I will show you guys something really good. I'm pretty sure you will love this, especially if you have an iPhone that has a lower storage capacity. So when you go to settings and you go to general right here, you go to your iPhone storage, you will notice that of course you have all of your apps here and everything, but something that will take a lot of space is system data. Basically, system data are cached files that iOS needs, your iPhone needs to work, and of course that size right there will change every minute, it will never be the same. But with iOS 16.4, here's what has happened. This actually has dropped a lot. So if we go right here, you can see system data. It's only at 8.2 gigabytes. Now this on my device, it will usually be at around maybe 17 or 18, sometimes even more. And I have this report from a lot of people. I've seen this on Reddit, on Twitter. A lot of people are reporting seeing this on a way smaller size, 7 to 8 gigs, and that's really great. So I noticed this and I have been basically keeping track of this for a few days now, and it's never gone above 8 gigs, which is really great. So if you have like a 60 gig iPhone, you will love this update. Just take a notice. If you don't have a device on iOS 16.4, take a look at this size right here and then take a look back at it once you update your device to iOS 16.4. You will probably get another extra few gigs on your device once you have updated to iOS 16.4, because this is really great. Now this has been bothering of course users for a long time now. Everyone has been complaining about systems data just taking a lot of space, and it looks like Apple has finally fixed it. Another thing that they have fixed are the icons right here under advanced data protection. Now those icons looked exactly like the icons that we have now on the Mac on Mac OS. Basically they have more like a depth look, that 3D look, which actually looks kind of great. Now I'm pretty sure Apple will add those to iOS 17 because there would be no other reason for those to appear here, even though they appeared for one beta and they have now been removed. I think that they will make it back with iOS 17. Most likely it will be an option to choose to use that depth or not with iOS 17, but it would be great to have a change on the home screen icons. We didn't have that of course for a long time now, but again those have been removed from here. It no longer show here, but they did show for one beta, which hopefully is a sign that we're getting those icons with iOS 17. Now, I've said since the beginning of iOS 16.4 that this update is really great, but it also has a few problems. Now, in this video, I will show you guys just a couple of bugs that I have been experiencing on my own experience using this software on my device here for a few weeks now. Basically, one of the worst is Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's the problem with my device or maybe my network or iOS 16.4, but I have been experiencing drops on Wi-Fi quite a lot. Like the Wi-Fi just disconnecting and just the device moving automatically to cellular data. That has been something that has been bothering me, especially in the last maybe 2 betas and the RC version. It's really bad. I hope it's not this update. Probably it should be fixed. If it is, it should be fixed with the next release because it's quite a serious bug. So let me know if you have been experiencing that or not. Another one is the alarms. The widget, actually the alarms widget on the lock screen. Now Apple did state that they fixed this with iOS 16.2, but actually it's not fixed. The alarms widget here is not reliable at all. Sometimes it will show your alarms, sometimes it will not. Even though I have alarms turned on, sometimes it didn't show the alarms properly, so don't really rely on this because it won't be that accurate. Now despite these problems, otherwise, the update has been really great and the performance is quite good. So here we have the Geekbench score for iOS 16.4 RC. This is at 2,528 for the single core score and 6,389 for the multi-core score. Now this test right here has been made with Geekbench 6, which is a new version of Geekbench, which will basically give you a bit higher scores, but it should be way more accurate than the old one. So these are the scores that we got with iOS 16.4 RC, and it's actually not that bad. And now let's talk about something really important, which is battery life. Now you can see right here the charts and what we got, but you cannot really rely on those. This is very changeable, basically, whether you're using Wi-Fi or cellular or what apps you have been using during the day. That of course will change a lot here, but you can see at around 80% battery, we got 8 hours and 37 minutes on screen, which is actually quite good. But again, battery life on iOS 16.4 is okay in my opinion, but I don't think you will notice a big change if you're updating from iOS 16.3 or iOS 16.3.1 to iOS 16.4. And now let's talk about what's next. So we're getting iOS 16.4 this week, probably in a day or two, and then we will move on to iOS 16.5 beta. We know that it is coming. There are signs of iOS 16.4 basically on the web, but what will it bring? I'm pretty sure it won't bring a lot of new features. There might be some updates, a few different betas of that before Apple moves on to iOS 17 beta, which we're going to talk about in a second here. But iOS 16.5 should be a way smaller update, of course, coming after iOS 16.4, which has a lot of new features and changes. We don't expect that to be that big. But I'm pretty sure we will actually see a beta of iOS 16.5. Maybe this upcoming week or the next week, the first week of April, should be the time we get the first beta of iOS 16.5. Now, if you want to install that beta, this time will be different. You no longer have a profile, a dev profile, or whatever that is on your device, because that will be removed automatically by iOS 16.4. Now, if you want to move on to betas from iOS 16.4 to iOS 16.5, the only way will be to go to software update here and go to beta updates. If you have a dev account, you will be able to actually install it right away simply by selecting it here, and you will get the update just like you normally do right here. If you don't have the dev, then just choose public beta if you want to install it. You will have probably to wait for a couple of days before getting the public beta, but you will get it, and of course it will show up right here. And let's close off this video by talking about iOS 17. So iOS 17 will come pretty soon. Actually, we're expecting it to come on its first beta on the first week of June, and that will most likely be June 5th. We are still waiting for Apple to send out invites for WWDC 2023, but most likely will be June 5th, right here, the day when Apple starts WWDC 2023, of course, presents the new software and also releases it to the devs that week. And of course, if you're a public beta tester, you will probably have to wait for like 5 weeks or a month to get this beta on your device, but it should be really good. We're very excited about that. Hopefully it will have a lot of new features and changes, and despite like last year's, this year we actually didn't get any like leaks from iOS 17. It has been really minor and has been kept quite a good secret, so let's wait for that. It's really exciting to see what Apple has in store for us with iOS 17. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead, leave a like if you did, and of course don't forget to subscribe for more videos. I will see you on the next one.